Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakahakudash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect, and I want to remember not to listen and doing this word with all faith and sincerity scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom, Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be sent around this video entitled Trump Targets Colombia, Cuba, Mexico after Venezuela war. And I believe also in this video, he spoke on Greenland as well. And if he didn't do it in this video, then he did it in the video today, or the address today that he, made. One thing about this guy, he's always in front of the screen. He's always in front of the TV. He's very, very proud, man. He really relishes the idea of being an American, right? He is the perfect embodiment of, this great nation, Babylon the Great, right? And he fixed that character very precisely, but his spirit is very brash, and other nations are taking note, and they're saying, go and kidnap the president of a country is a very bold thing to do, right? And not fear any consequence behind it, and then right after that to, bring them to your own country, put them in a prison, and then talk shit about other nations as well, making threats all across the board. This man is completely drunk of what the idea of being an American is, man, because these people, Esau, let him tell it, this is the greatest country ever, man, that the world's ever known. There's nothing that can stop us. We really kicked ass. A lot of Edomites, these foolish Americans, they seen that and they thought, of this country's might, right? They thought, nobody could possibly stand up to us, right? But the Lord is only giving him, he's exalting a spirit in him to bring him down, right? And this is Isaiah 19:4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, right? And that man is DT, right? He's ruling this country like a king, man, right? With no, fear of anybody challenging him on any front, right? He does what he wants, right? And he's there won't be an objection, right? And he's unmerciful, threatens his friends, right? Goes and pillages, and he's in the spirit of America, what this place has been, right? In his whole existence, he really, walks in that character well, man. And the Lord is, we believe that he is the last, president of the United States, the king of Babylon, man. Because, man, he definitely, he walks that way. right? Answers to nobody, right? This is and he openly says that he, don't pay attention to the Constitution. Openly disregards the Constitution of the United States, like it ever mattered anyway. But at least, in the past, they pretended to acknowledge it. He don't give a fuck though, right? It's Isaiah 19:14. Yahweh Shema Shai hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And he's stumbling and fumbling, right, and tumbling off that drink. What's that drink? His ideologies, his beliefs, right, his pride. They really believe that America, could never be stopped. Like, there is no end to this place. The way he's talking is like, yeah, nigga, you see what we did to Venezuela, we'll do that to you. We'll pull up on you like that. Just straight up, in the spirit of a YN, right? So the Lord really has this devil going right now. He's building him up to actually do what it is that his heart desires, right? But this is all a part of Yahweh Shema Shai's plan, right? Because he's going to be entrapped in his own doings, right? But he doesn't know that, okay? This is Habakkuk 2:5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? He is as death. He keeps not at home, right? He's proud. Okay? And what does it say again? He transgresseth by wine. Okay? Thinking that he's, the end all be all. In his mind, he really think, he's a god. Right? And people have reverence. This place has been on top for too long. Okay? The world resents it. Okay? You here it is. You're being completely exposed and have no shame in it. Right? And the sentiment is, well, what you gonna do about it? Right? Yeah, we're gonna go here, we're gonna take their oil and then we're gonna sell it. Yeah, we're gonna build up their infrastructure. Yeah, we're gonna send some companies down there. Like, damn. Just straight up. Like he can do that. What gives him the liberty to do that? Is anybody else doing that? Right? Russia defends itself against Ukraine, and they're the bad guys. Right? Let somebody else go and do some shit like that, man. It'd be an issue, especially if they was on the, on the hit list, right? Let Iran do some shit like that. They might send a nuke, but they gonna find out, man. Esau is about to find out. I love it. Love to see him feeling himself like this, because he's getting that courage. What they call it, that liquid courage, right? And let's face it, Venezuela is a soft target, man. That's nothing compared to what you're going to find over there in the Middle East, right? Messing with Persia, right? Or the Ruskies, right? They got a whole nother level, or even China for that matter, a whole nother ball game. But, this little, bump, in these Latin American countries, Jake predominant countries, of course they've never been nothing, right? Not in this place. He's always barred them from ever building up, especially anything militarily to challenge him. So that's easy work. This is Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken. How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Because you're going to be destroyed, okay? You're going to be broke down, okay? The economy is going to collapse, all right? All this so-called might and strength in which you're deceiving yourself to have. Now, granted, you have strength, right? America is very formidable, but, you know, the Lord's going to completely do away with this place, right? He's going to do the unforeseen, okay? Outside of the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, because not these nations don't see it. They don't believe that this is going to happen. But guess what? It's going to happen, man. Okay, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Because he's going to make your own table. Your own plans are going to, go against you. Okay, you're going to fall into your own trap. Okay, over here, and really overextending yourself, right? Here it is, you bomb and kidnap the president and leadership of Venezuela, where that country is slipped into a civil war, right? Now it's troops on the ground and coup d'etats happening, right? Absolute chaos. Instability in this region that you will have, to feel directly, right? And if you go in and you do the same thing in other countries, well, the same thing is going to happen. The problem is only going to exacerbate, okay? But he's going to get these resources, but he's not considering, because he keepeth not at home, he's not considering the domestic front, okay? He's not considering, Yahweh Shema Shai, right? He's not considering his ways like they have consequences to him, because he really don't believe they do. This is Isaiah 14:4. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Right, because it ain't no chill with this dude, right? There is no medium, okay? As he bragged about, Maduro tried to make endless deals, offer pretty much everything. And he said no. He wanted him, right? And we've seen this behavior from this devil, countless times, right? Gaddafi, okay, the Iranian Soleimani, the Palestinians, all of them, right? We see him play time in and time out, play the same card, right? Go around and just, bullying everybody. But the Lord is going to put an end to that, man. All your friends are going to turn, everybody's going to turn against you, okay? And America's going to get annihilated, all right? So with that, matter of fact, I'm going to just finish this out, right? Yahweh Shema Shai hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, right? Because nobody's following after America no more. Nobody believes in alert. That charm it once had is gone. People hate this place. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. Nobody is gonna stop and think, oh, let's have mercy on them. No, the scriptures say that he shall think an evil thought, and they ain't gonna care about the kids here. Nothing in America is gonna be preserved. Everything that we see is gonna be obliterated. Okay, this place is I mean, like the scriptures say, his sins have reached unto heaven, man. Figuratively and literally. He's polluting space, right? This whole earth is polluted, especially this land, right? All the blood, all the history, the plunder. I mean, come on, man. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth into singing, because that's when this place is obliterated and Yahweh Shai returns and, destroys the armies of this world. The earth will rejoice, because the wicked is no longer, in rulership, right? The earth is no longer, being oppressed, right? That cancer has been removed. The wicked have been, subdued, right? And righteousness will inherit the earth, right? So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shema Shabbat Shem Bakakudash Wa Ba Ba and DTA DTN.